We interrupt this program to bring you an important announcement. Warning, some viewers may find the following footage deeply disturbing. Hazardous substance. Viewer discretion is advised. Let the games begin!
This is Jesper the Clown,
a.k.a. Joe Benner.
and you're listening to Slashers Podcast.
What was that, Lance?
That'd be nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Interesting.
You're not as slick as Mikey is when it comes to that.
No, Lance was complaining about how you didn't really edit last week's episode. You just kind of pasted it raw and as is, the way Lance likes it.
Oh, we're complaining about last week's episode?
Really, you're gonna believe him on this one? Look at his smile over there. He's already trying to hide it. He's the worst at this.
Oh, Lance. Anyways. But you know what? Just wait until he starts editing.
Oh my God.
Oh, hey,
Yeah,
I
that'll
did
never
get,
happen.
The sweet computer finally, because Apple finally decided to send me the approval of my approval to be approved so I can approve this and then that. I can understand why people are not fans of Apple. I appreciate the game still, regardless, though.
You're welcome, Lance. But, you know, you could just remember your password. I know that sounds weird, but
I know. That's like, God forbid somebody just have a password they can recall or,
I remember it. For some reason, I didn't write it down. Probably because me and Mike were working on it late that night. And then pretty much, I think we were just both happy it was on finally.
So you're blaming Mikey for
No, I'm
your
blaming myself,
misfortunes.
100%. But I think I just didn't write it down, even though I'm sure he told me to. So
I'm pretty sure I did.
No, I am 100% sure you did.
Interesting.
All blame's on me. I'm not trying to blame anyone. I'm just saying it is what it is.
We're just going to need to get to a point where Lance just adds his passwords to our password sheet that we have.
Just remember them.
We are going to manage your passwords as well as everything else.
Yeah, we managed my whole life. I appreciate you too.
I mean, you're going to become more of a hands-on host when we have to start going into the nursing home to record.
Motherfuckers.
That's true. I know. Someone's getting their AARP card this year. Yay.
It's like, Lance, finish your Jello. We gotta,
Yeah, that's exactly how it's gonna look. I'll run circles around you too.
Wheel circles in your little wheelchair around us.
Hey, I said circles. I didn't say how it was going to be happening.
Well, unlike, the main character of the movie today, Lance, maybe you'll get bitten by a wolf. And it won't matter how old you are, because you could be just like Jack Nicholson jumping around the trees and shit.
I mean, that guy's very,
dating women half his age. There you go.
Hey, could be worse things.
I mean, we'll get into it, but I have definitely some things to say about that.
Oh, boy. Well, this is Slashers, your favorite horror podcast about your favorite horror media. My name is Aid, and with me as always are my esteemed colleagues, co-hosts, and cohorts, my boo-boo Mikey.
Hello.
And my Lancy Pants.
What's up, folks?
And just so you know, Mutant Goons from Beyond, when this episode airs, we will be 1 week away from attending Scare Dice, and Mikey will be in Orlando with us. So we're very excited.
Woo-hoo. Yay. And Doug.
And Doug will be coming as well. So you all will be hearing from our Dougie Poo. And hopefully we get some good video and content in. You guys can see and hear from him again, because I know a bunch of you miss him.
So, seeing how this episode will air after Valentine's, does anybody have any fun Valentine's things they're going to get into this weekend?
What's it called?
The Valentine's? The Valentine's? The love holiday?
What saint is this holiday named after, Lance?
Saint Vincent.
What's
a Valentine?
Okay. So then why are you saying Valentine?
Valentine.
No, you're not saying Valentine.
Valentino. A lover.
Well,
way,
go ahead.
No, by all means.
To answer your boring question, I'm making dinner for Valentine's Day. Anyways, so go ahead, Nance.
Oh, I'm gonna go have fun. That's what single people do, So it's like,
Mm.
You hear that, ladies? If you want to go have fun with Lance on Valentine's Day, go to Hammered Lamb or some other hole in the
it's
wall.
closed, sadly. But maybe I'll see you at my bar. Maybe I'll see you at
Yeah.
Will's
Go
Pub. Maybe
see
give you
Lance
laundry.
at the Red Rocket or whatever it's called, and see Lance's Red Rocket.
Well, I'm actually going to the Sphere to see the Backstreet Boys, so that's what I will be doing this
Oh.
week. Yeah.
You know how many Backstreet Boys have seen my sphere? Ow.
Ooh.
See what happens when he starts talking? Like he's like, "Ow!"
Well, I
That's
hit my knee on something.
Mikey.
I hit my knee on the cabinet.
Oh.
It's very sympathetic. It's very great to see that moment happen. I was gonna try to say I can't even say the word.
Serendipitous.
Yes, that was the word I was looking for.
Mm.
How do I get here? How do
You
we
get me, Mikey. You get me. You
I got bit by a wolf and I have your phone's ringing. It's the same thing as I know what Lance is saying.
Oh my God. Well, but yes, they will be Valentine's Day weekend when this episode airs, so it will have already happened. So happy Valentine's Day, everyone. We hope that you had a fun romantic time. And if you are not with a significant other, that's okay because you can still have a fun time with yourself, or
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
with your buddies, or have a Galentine's, okay, or a Halloween party, whatever shakes your boat or whatever rocks your
What
boat.
dudes do
I don't know.
together for Valentine's?
What do dudes
Yeah.
do together for Valentine's Day? You know,
Like Galentine, right? So like that's for the girls, I would assume. And so the guys, I mean, what do we have? Is it the same thing, kind of same vibe, or I don't know.
Brolentine.
Bro in time, bros in
Hmm.
times.
Just add an L, Brolentine.
Yeah,
I don't know. Is
maybe.
it a big circle jerk? Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like a party to me,
The
but
bro in time.
That reminds me, on Instagram, they're advertising prep on one of my little reels. And it's this guy sitting next to, I guess, his bro. And it's like, listen, guys, if you're ever hanging out with your straight friend and you hear him say, love is just, what is it? Sexuality is on a spectrum, bro. You need to make sure you're covered and get yourself on prep. And I was like, oh my God.
that's amazing.
Oh my God, what are they implying?
You know
Oh,
what I'm implying.
Aid, you silly, silly, silly woman.
I know. It's like, what?
Sometimes when
God.
two guys hang out and one of them pretends to be
I-
straight,
Hmm. Is that what's
it
gonna
just
be
makes it more
happening when Mikey
fun.
visits?
It already did.
What?
Why do you think Lance got that expensive computer from me? I'm just kidding.
Well, make sure you all are taking your prep for
Yes.
St. Valentine's Day, as Lance would say.
Get your prep and doxy. Straight people,
But,
look up
yeah.
doxy.
Yes,
So
be safe, other folks.
by the time this airs, we will have regretted everything we said. So there's that. Anyway,
No regrets.
Yeah. No. What's that movie that has that where he
no
has the tattoo on
regrets.
his chest?
Regrets.
No regrets.
Was that meat something?
I
or
think
other?
it's Jay and Silent Bob, isn't it?
Maybe
Jay
right?
and
There was
Silent
another one
Bob?
where like he has the tattoo on his chest and he's like, so no regrets, huh? He's like, yeah, man.
You know, speaking of Jay and Silent Bob, everybody, Fanatics decided to come after our tiny podcast on Redbubble and got our Mars Rats shirt taken down.
Yeah.
So there's that, which is sad. But jokes on them. I already have a bunch of stickers and a couple of the shirts with it on. So fuck you. Anyway.
We're selling them or anything.
I mean, it's not even like stealing anything, really. I don't know what the problem is.
Well, isn't it like if you mix two genres together like that, technically you've made something different. So technically, could they?
Yeah,
Really?
I mean, I can argue with them, but last time Jake and I did that, we didn't win, so I don't want to have to go through that again. But the fact of the matter is that that print has been available for about 5 years now. So,
Oh, well, you know,
if
we're
in
just that
5
famous
years
now.
you didn't fucking notice. Yeah,
Look
exactly.
how famous we are.
Ooh, I guess we're famous enough to get canceled. Ooh.
We didn't get canceled. We just got a piece of artwork taken away, which is fine. NBD, whatever. If I drew something and I saw someone was stealing it because they put bunny ears on it, I'd be like, okay, fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a mixture of
Mm.
literally like Mars Attacks and Jay
Yeah,
and Silent Bob.
More of the
Oh,
story,
yeah.
folks, is go check out Redbubble, buy what you want now because we're so famous now that big
Yeah,
companies, big pharma is coming after us.
they sure are. So, I
That's
mean,
so funny.
it's fine, whatever. I mean, we need to get our new designs up there anyways and start cleaning that Redbubble out. So if there's anything you like or anything you want to see, we literally have like, I don't know, probably 30 designs,
Yeah.
everybody. So if you've
Designs
not,
will be retired soon.
yeah, we're gonna start taking a bunch of them down because we just have so many and some of them just aren't relevant anymore. So slasherspod.redbubble.com. Please go ahead and give it a look. Get some stickers, get some swag. They've got hats. They even have onesies for babies. If you're having like a baby shower coming up and you don't know what to get your friend, and you'd be like, oh, here's a horror podcast onesie for your baby.
What
So
did we
there's
used to
that.
say in our outro from something something to dental dams?
Oh yeah, coffee cans to
From
dental
coffee
dam.
cans to dental dams, which they have neither, but it would have been great if they did.
There
Well,
we go.
you can put a sticker on either a coffee can or a
Yes.
dental dam. So there you go. There you
Don't
have it.
recommend the dental dam. You'll throw off your pH balance. It's a whole nightmare, trust me.
Mm.
And
Hey,
you don't
don't you
want that right before Valentine's Day.
don't you
Don't
have
ask
someone
me
that
if
has a
I
baby?
have one.
Not you. I meant as in. Don't you have a friend who's having a baby? Maybe you should get them one of our.
Oh, yeah, I'm already doing that. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, hello,
Is she
Lance.
really? I was just kidding.
I mean, she's having a boy. Why the fuck not?
Yeah,
Mm.
Lance.
Hey, whatever.
Anyway, but yeah, so February is coming to a close, but we will be having a great time at Scaradise. So make sure you guys stay tuned for upcoming videos and content from the Tampa Horror Convention. And if you happen to be out that way and want to come say hi, we'll be there from Friday to Saturday. We are staying the weekend. We're leaving Sunday, but we won't be at the convention on Sunday because I guess we're going to the Capybara Cafe. So there's that. So if you
Priorities.
Yeah.
if you happen to see us at the Capybara Cafe, please say hi. We'll have stickers and cards for you, and we'll also have some shirts for sale too. So if you want to buy any t-shirts, we will have the Lance's Failures by Design new t-shirt for his band, and
Oh,
then I think we have some of our other Gabo design t-shirts and the red and black slashers podcast t-shirts left. Although Lance is looking very confused right now, so I could be lying about all this.
well, I was just trying to think of the numbers of what we have. Mikey, do you have any shirts still over your side?
No, sir.
No.
Lance, you have all of them. So go through all your shit in the other room.
I'm
Put,
literally in that room and I'm looking right
get
now.
get the, get the bed ready for Mikey and Doug.
Hmm.
It's already set up.
Hmm.
See the smile? Love it.
Well, before we forget, I
Mm.
feel guilty because we're usually really good about this. But also, it's February and happy Black History Month, everybody. So,
Yeah, happy about
Shudder just put back on, well, not, they had it on the whole time, but they refeatured Horror Noir, which is like a documentary on Black horror films. And as much as I don't like documentaries, I love that documentary. And it'll give you some really good recommendations of what to check out if you haven't seen. There's a lot of movies in there, for, like especially the 70s ones that people haven't seen. So go check it out. Horror Noir on Shudder, which noir Lance means black, just so you know, because you used it
I'm
incorrectly
just
the other
saying,
day.
I'm just saying Blackula. I'm still a fan of that movie and that like he had a couple too, so I think there's a little franchise of it. And then when
Black
we watched
Krampus just came out. You can find that on Vudu or Fandango at home.
that's what I'm saying.
It does not look good, but I support it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody, there's a lot more, horror that is centered around, not just black exploitation and not just Jordan Peele. So please make sure you check
Yes.
out Horror Noir so you can see
Bad
all of our
Hair on
other.
Hulu, amazing. Did I make y'all watch
Mhm.
that? I think we covered it
No, we didn't cover Bad Hair, actually. We can, though.
with
Maybe
Kelly
we can do
Rowland.
that for Patreon or something. So,
We need to
yes, I
check
know.
because I could have sworn we've covered it.
But we could definitely do because I know the Hispanic Heritage Month is coming up as well. So I think at
Bad
some
Bunny
point,
already got us covered.
I know, but
Yeah.
at some
We're good for
point
the
we
year.
should probably feature a more diverse films. But also February is the month of love as well, so I can see where Lance is coming from with his theme. So there's
Well,
that.
also we try to also shout out Black horror creators throughout the year. We don't want to be a podcast that only does it in February, which is why we kind of don't, just do it on February. We try to highlight them whenever we can.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like
Exactly.
horror movies, folks. No matter
Mhm.
who's doing them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of Black talent, I saw Send Help today.
Ooh,
Oh,
how was it?
Oh, I loved it.
Mm.
I won't say anything about it just because I think everybody should watch it. It's great. It's really fun. And the reason why I said Black talent side, maybe it's not Black everybody, but there's a Black actress in there who is beautiful. Um, and
Uh,
yeah.
Well, awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I know it's got what's her name in it? Rachel McAdams?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So, and it's
yeah.
a Sam Raimi film, everyone. So if you haven't seen it or you haven't heard of it yet, make sure you check out the trailer. It does look like a lot of fun. Um, but I
Yeah.
probably won't have time to go see it this weekend because I will be seeing the Backstreet Boys. Hey. Uh,
We also have what's his name in it from Teen Wolf, the MTV version.
Dylan O'Brien.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
another.
he's really hot.
well, there you go. So that's really cool. Any other new things that you've seen, Lance or Mikey, that you want to add before we get into what we get into?
Catching up on Fallout. That's been pretty fun. A lot
Is
of the
that any good?
zombies. It's really good, actually. For the video game wise, it captures a lot of stuff, but a lot of the zombie-esque type creatures. And one of the episodes I just saw had kind of like a zombie-esque like Elvises, so it was kind of cool.
Mhm.
It was fun. But yeah, no, it's actually pretty cool. I think I'm only in the third episode of the new season, so
Oh,
it's
there's a
pretty
new
fun.
season?
There's the first season you probably missed, obviously.
Yeah, there's two. The second season just came out.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
did not know that. Well, I just learned something, everybody.
Yeah.
My bad.
I haven't seen it yet, but I want to watch Kiki Palmer's The Burbs.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that popped up on.
I know people were like not excited about it, but I really like Kiki Palmer.
I
I,
like her too.
Yeah.
yeah,
But the Burbs, I don't know. It's hard to touch the Burbs because it was such a classic. You know, you've got Carrie Fisher, Tom Hanks,
I
even
think
Corey Feldman's decent in it.
I think it depends what they're trying to do. Like if it's a direct remake, then you know, yeah,
yeah,
maybe it's too different. But if it's just like maybe if it's even like a sequel, like the same neighborhood or whatever, but like different people, then how about it?
Yeah, something like that would be cute. I mean, I think they did a good job. And actually, if you haven't seen the alternate ending of the original Burbs, it's pretty
nope.
fucking dark. Have you
What's
seen
the
it?
original one?
So the original ending, I actually I have I watched it after because I was watching it like I don't know a couple of weeks ago. I love The Burbs. Like not a
Yeah,
couple of weeks ago, I was watching it in the fall, but The Burbs is one of my favorite movies, and it's not necessarily horror, but it's still kind of scary. And
It's
like
pretty horror.
literally, yeah, like it's pretty fucked up, like the alternate ending. And I don't want to give it away. So if you guys want to watch it, go ahead and you can probably
yeah,
look it up on YouTube. And basically the neighbors win. Like, Tom Hanks doesn't really.
Like Class of '84.
Yeah, like the summer of '84.
Yeah, Summer of
Yeah, like
'84.
like it's so funny until it's not, and then you're like, oh my God. So and test audiences, I was reading about it. Test audiences hated that ending, so we have the ending that we got. So it
Hmm.
was just a
Well,
happier
well,
ending.
the summary for The Burbs, it's TVMA, so maybe it will be kind of rowdy, but it's a young couple moves back to the husband's childhood home only to face threats from new neighbors and uncover dark secrets from their cul-de-sac. So, yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, but is it like a comedy like the movie, or do you think it's going to be? Because they when
I
I
mean,
somebody was who was watching it, I think it was either Eric Lawrence or Brandon or someone we know was watching it on their story the other day, and it looked like a dark.
I think it was Eric. Um, Based off the stuff I'm seeing, it seems like, of course, Kiki Palmer is just funny and everything she's in, even in Nope. But I think it is keeping the comedic theme, but I think it might be a little more dark than because the original Burbs was very like subtly dark, like hint, hint, wink, wink. This might be a little more. What was the neighborhood called in the original Burbs or the street? Was it Wisteria Lane?
No, it was in Wisteria Lane. Isn't that the from Desperate Housewives?
Yeah, that's Desperate Housewives. But when I was watching the commercial for The Burbs, it was like, so in return to Wisteria Lane, and it was The Burbs, and I was like, is that what it was called in the original?
I'm looking it
Yeah, I
up
can't
right
remember.
now.
'Cause, I mean, the funny part about it is the place they actually did the filming of the neighborhood is Universal backlot of that one neighborhood, which was used in
Oh,
Desperate Housewives as well.
it was called, yeah, it was called Mayfield Place, a fictional idyllic looking cul-de-sac in Hinkley Hills designed to satirize American suburbia.
Hmm.
Located on the Colonial Street set at Universal Studios, the neighborhood is known for its 7 homes, nosy neighbors, and the dark secrets hidden behind white picket fences, most notably the creepy Klopak house.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Klopak. Oh, and Courtney Gaines is in the Burbs, and we
Oh
met
yeah, he
him.
is.
Yeah.
No one's really been clamoring for like a sequel for that, really, technically. But it'd be kind of cool if Tom Hanks randomly did a cameo, and was one of the neighbors this time.
And
Depends.
and the funny thing is about the Burbs is that, there's that one scene where he's watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What part was he watching? I can't remember if it's one or two.
Oh, I think it's the sliding door, right? Like the scene.
I can't
I think so.
remember. Like, I have to go back and look, but I love that scene because I always wanted to watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre because I saw that clip from the Burbs, and I'm like, oh my God, it looks so scary. So I don't know. If you've never seen the Burbs from 1989, everybody, then you need to wake the fuck up and go watch that movie. It's
Yeah, it's a
brilliant.
cool classic.
It is a classic. It's funny. Some of the jokes are a little dated, but remember, it was 1989, so we're gonna forgive it. Um,
Or don't, whatever.
well, we can acknowledge what it is, but we don't need to fucking have, a whole goddamn 5-minute video about why the Burbs needs to be canceled. But anyways,
Mm.
so because
Well,
we have a new one with Kiki Palmer, so there you go.
it
Yeah.
looks like Corey Feldman makes a
Oh, that's cool.
Well,
at
send
least in
his
one
ass
episode.
home.
He has
He's
nothing else to do.
committed. Have you seen his posts? Bless his heart, everybody, but somebody needs to take his phone away. First of all, he's always posting in all caps.
Trump.
I know. He posts in all caps, and he types his captions and things on his posts. Like, remember when we used to have the Nokia phone and you had to hit it like 3 times?
Oh, T9.
Yeah, the T9. That's how
Mhm.
he still writes everything. Because remember, you had to use shortcuts so that you can just get
Yeah.
your point across. So he still does that. So he could have a T9 phone still, and maybe that's I don't know.
Like a break.
Could you imagine?
I
But
mean, wasn't he just like celebrating Stand By Me's 30th or 40th anniversary just recently?
I thought that, oh yeah, with because they had Will Be in
Yeah.
and Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah.
Okay. But then he also was on the Goonies reunion, and of course he like took over the entire interview. Like, all of them are sitting there and they barely get to say anything, and he's just opening his fucking mouth every Tuesday. I'm like, Corey, I know you think you're the most popular, but you're not the most liked.
No.
So
Sean
shut the fuck
Astin.
up.
It's way too nice.
I mean, Sean Astin is sweet. I mean, even Data, he's great. I love him.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
he
he
needs
just
to be there now
he
because
just
he's like,
wanted to, yeah, he's like totally he's totally made it. And then, and Chunk is like still adorable. I'm like, ah. But
he's the
anyway.
lawyer for Data.
Oh, is he?
He's his actual entertainment lawyer.
Oh, that's awesome. I
Yeah,
love
yeah, yeah.
that.
So
That's
they also really do keep in touch with each other. Like, it's pretty cool, regardless of how eccentric probably Corey Feldman is.
Well, his new love interest is named Adrian. I get so fucking annoyed when I hear him say my name, and I'm like, just shut up, just stop it. Anyway, now that I'm done hating on Corey Feldman, you guys can come for me all you want. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, back to business. Speaking of back in the day, so today's pick was my pick, and I had a hard time choosing a movie. I don't know how you all feel about this, but like, I wanted to pick another movie called Kiss of the Damned. Is
Mhm.
that what it's called? Yeah, Kiss of the Damned, I think. I mean,
Basically, folks, A didn't want to pick another vampire movie because I had already picked a vampire movie.
exactly. Lance stole my thunder.
Did I?
You did.
You could have
And-
still picked a vampire movie.
Well, we literally just did Thirst. And then, if we're going to do another vampire, then I have to do Dracula, the Love Tale. Which, have you seen that yet, Mikey?
No, I don't really want to.
Okay.
No? Any reason? Or just because?
You're such a hoe.
No, I just don't like Dracula. I didn't like Nosferatu. I don't like the book. I don't like any rendition of Dracula. I don't like the 90s one. Like I just
Hmm.
don't like
It's
I
just
don't
not your
care.
character.
I thought you did like the 90s one. Who was I talking to then? Jeez.
It has great effects, but it's boring.
I love that one. I do love that one. That one was one of my first movies that I think I went, well, no, my mom rented it, I remember, and we picked it out and I remember the box scaring me so bad at Blockbuster
Yeah, it is
You know,
for
creepy.
Dracula. Yeah.
Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves are married for real life, supposedly.
Oh yeah, because they had an actual priest do that scene in that church.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
I guess technically in the eyes of God, they might actually be married, but on paper they're not married people. So don't do that to Keanu. He's got a nice little wife now
Yeah.
who's his age. Can you believe it? A man that age dating someone his own age? Yeah, she's
I think
actually a
she's
few years
older.
younger. No, she's a few years younger than him.
Oh.
You see how Lance is? He's like, absolutely
Mhm.
not. She's got gray hair.
What are we
Wow.
But
talking
he's
about?
but he's older. Imagine
Mhm.
that.
Hey,
Imagine that.
good for him, man. Especially after his long life of crazy shit. So
Yeah. But anyway, so speaking of older men taking advantage of younger women, we are getting into today's pick. So I wanted to do Kiss of the Damned, and Kiss of the Damned is actually a very good vampire film that nobody ever talks about. It's got Milo Ventimiglia in it, directed by a woman. Somebody was saying that it's a sleazy vampire movie. I don't think so. I think it's actually pretty smart, and it's got a really wild twist in it, and it's kind of fucked up too. So if you've never seen it, it's from 2012. I highly recommend you watch Kiss of the Damned. It's like not streaming anywhere. Like I had such a hard time finding it, and I was like, well, we're not going to pick it. So it used to be on Netflix and they took it off. So I don't know where the fuck they did that. But anyway, so no more vampires, and we're gonna do Dracula, but we can save that for later in the year. I'll torture Mikey another time.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, we did vampires, so why not do werewolves, right?
mhm.
And there are a lot of good werewolf movies that I enjoy. I'm sorry, what?
Could have picked any werewolf movie.
I
Man,
know.
this was exactly just like Thirst, so don't even say anything.
Well, okay.
What?
Okay. So
Mine had way more blood.
I could have picked Blood and Chocolate and pissed you off, Lance, but I didn't. Which I love Blood and Chocolate, but we did not pick Blood and Chocolate. And we already did Wolves, and I think Mikey, you were on that episode from years ago with Jason Momoa.
Yes.
That was a good one. I love that movie. However, today we are doing 1994's Wolf, starring Jack Nicholson, James Spader, and the beautiful Michelle Pfeiffer.
Michelle.
Um, and this movie actually came out on my birthday in 1994. So there you go.
Mm.
I did go to the movies to see this with my mom, I remember. And I loved it when I was a kid. And I think I've watched it once since then, but I don't remember. Like I don't remember fuck all that happened. So rewatching it was a nice little trip down memory lane for me. I
Yeah.
don't know if you two saw it back in the day.
I didn't see it. I remember there was a couple of scenes. I feel like this was a movie that like my mom watched, and I was because I didn't start watching movies until a little or horror movies until a little later. This was one that my mom rented, and I remember like being behind the couch and watching when I wasn't supposed to. 'Cause I remember the part where he eats the deer and being like, but
No, Blockbuster. Probably movie I grabbed.
so did you or did you not watch it?
And probably from Blockbuster style. Like I didn't go to the theater, but like it was more of a purchase than a Blockbuster because I was like, oh, Jack
But
Nicholson.
oh, but you've seen it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, and Lindsay would have been like a teenager when this came out,
Yeah,
so
maybe
I'm sure
even
you
30.
remember it
Yeah.
much better than we do. But what tagline of the film, the animal is out. And actually, this was like something that Jack Nicholson was trying to do for years. When I was doing my research, I noticed that but they had been in the works with it. He'd been trying to get this movie made with his friend, the screenwriter Jim Harrison, for 12 years. So they had been going back and forth on this movie. And actually, a lot of the movie had been changed. And Jim Harrison actually left the production because of creative differences, because director Mike Nichols didn't want um, what Jim Harrison had written, which was a little more violent and gory, I want to say. And
No.
the
So it's a good
director,
movie.
the director said nay to that.
Yeah.
Which and it's interesting because like if you listen to the score, first of all, the score of the movie, it doesn't sound very spooky. And maybe, some people could argue that this movie isn't that scary. There are scary moments in it, but the score is interesting. And I think it sounds the way it does because initially they had signed, John Williams had signed on to do it.
Mm.
But he was burnt out because this movie took too long to get going. And he was already burnt out from doing Schindler's List and Jurassic Park. And he was like, fuck it, I need a break. So
Hmm.
he did not do this film. So I think they were trying to like emulate something John Williams would have done. I don't know if it kind of hit the mark on it because I don't like the music in the movie. And maybe that's why as a kid, when I watched it, it didn't scare me because the music I don't feel like makes it scary.
It's a little too
But
grand.
Mm.
yeah, they tried to make this. I think they tried to overproduce it, but a lot of movies were like that in the 90s. Like if especially it depends on who was attached to it. And like Jack Nicholson had like say on this movie. He had say who was in it. He had say how the script went. He had a lot of say and like, control over the movie. So this is really mostly his
So
vision.
he didn't back his friend that
I
wrote
don't know.
the movie, and the
But
director won out because why? Because Jack Nicholson didn't have anything to say.
I don't
Sounds like
know.
someone fucked his friend over.
Just like the film, there's a lot of chase made with the making of this one.
Mhm.
So before we get into the actual movie, Mia Farrow was actually going to, she signed on to play Charlotte Randall, the wife of Jack Nicholson's character, but she dropped out because at the time, that whole scandal with her nasty, ugly little husband, Allen, left her for the daughter they adopted, remember?
So it hit a little too close to home for her.
Yeah, so she was afraid that the movie would that all of the her personal scandal would affect the movie. And
Mm.
then again, it took so long to get off the rails that, she had other projects going on, but she was worried about that putting
Perception.
bad publicity on the film, which I thought was interesting when I was reading. And pardon me, Farrow, because she doesn't deserve that. But I feel like, you're in Rosemary's Baby, and then that's what happens to you. It's like, Jesus. Like, is that, you know what I mean? That fucking sucks, man. You just like, you got a shitty husband in your movies, you got a shitty husband in real life. Oh my God. Anyways, love you, Mia. Sharon Stone also turned down the role for Lauren's character, played by Michelle Pfeiffer. So Sharon Stone was set to want, or they wanted her initially, which I could see Sharon Stone doing this because I kind of feel like this character's a little dark,
Mm.
Yeah.
even for
She's like
Michelle
a
Pfeiffer.
Sandy. She's more Grease 1, not Grease 2.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of cheese made with this movie. Um, but we also have Rick Baker doing the effects, and Rick Baker is prolific in a lot of horror films, everybody. So if you know who Rick Baker is, we'll go through a quick little synopsis of him. But you all should know if you're listening to this podcast and you're a fan of horror, if you don't know who that is. But I feel like Mikey's going to say, I don't know who that is. So
Of course, I know who
Rick,
that is. My goodness.
yes, you're
Jurassic
supposed to know.
Park,
Yeah,
Spawn,
yeah.
Blair Witch
I mean,
Project.
Planet of the Apes, Men in Black, The Wolf Man. So, just to name a few, Rick Baker is prolific in the special effects community. He does a lot of makeup in this film, some of it not just for the werewolf makeup, also for the doctor played by Puri. Um, he put like a prosthesis on his head and stuff to make the doctor look older for some
Hmm.
reason. Like,
Oh.
why did we need that? But
It was
apparently,
left over from the Wolfman. They wanted to use it again.
I know. It's like we want to use this cap again.
Hmm.
So, but there was a Jack Nicholson actually, he's apparently he was telling Rick Baker that he's allergic to spirit gum. And spirit gum is what they use to like stick the wolf hair and stuff to their face. And unfortunately, Rick Baker got his bottles mixed up and didn't really believe him anyway. I think he just did it because I don't want to say Rick Baker did it on purpose, but I think he kind of did it because he didn't believe in Jack Nicholson saying that he was allergic to this special adhesive for your face, and he accidentally quote unquote used it on Jack Nicholson's face, and he did the whole all his scenes, and he was fine, so he didn't think anything of it. And then the next day, Jack Nicholson had all these lesions and like sores all over his face, and he came into the trailer and he was like, "Oh, Ricky, you used spirit gum, didn't you?" And it was like a whole thing. And I can imagine like doing that, Jack Nicholson. I'd be so scared, like, 'cause he's so scary. I don't know what it.
He is very scaring.
Jack Nicholson's old school, so he's probably like, he goes, "Didn't fucking believe me, did you?" Like I get it. I get it. I'm a superstar. You think fucking I'm not gonna fucking do this.
I know. And the thing is that like you can kind of tell when it fucked up his face because there's some parts of the movie where his skin looks really, really bad. And I'm like, I don't think it's him changing in the werewolf. Now I'm thinking, is that when he fucked his face up from the from the
And he
stuff?
plays along with the moment. I mean, honestly, if it's a changeover, so
Well, it works. I mean, they also used this little thing he made to make Jack Nicholson's ears move to make it seem like he was like, which I thought were fun little touches because this is very subtle werewolf transformation, everybody. So if you want like something that's more overt, then sorry,
Yeah,
not
this
sorry.
is kind of like this is your mother's werewolf movie. This is like a movie that you'd watch in the 90s, like on TV, and not much is cut out. Because it's really not that there's like language, but there really isn't that much like inappropriateness, except for like where he's trying to R her at the end.
Oh my God. Yeah. I'm like, I don't remember this,
Yeah, I
but
was like, oh my, Michelle Pfeiffer
James
is put in some compromising positions here.
Well, and speaking, poor Michelle. So she signed on to do this movie because she was finally like excited to do something where she didn't have to wear a corset. She didn't have to speak with an accent. She didn't have to wear all this crazy shit. She could just show up and act and go home, right? Like it wasn't like a huge like jump for her as far as like makeup and effects were. And because I can imagine like everything before that she's done, especially playing Catwoman before this and everything. So like all of the craziness that she probably has to go through for her roles. But apparently Christopher Plummer, when he smacks her, got really into his role and smacked her for real. Oh my God, I got smacked by Christopher Plummer. Can you imagine? I mean, at least he's an old man at this point, but Jesus. So I felt like poor thing. Like she just went through the ring. She gets thrown from a horse on this movie. And especially the way she's assaulted at the end, it's clearly not a stunt double there.
Oh
Maybe
yeah.
the person
No,
falling off
it's
the horse, but
yeah, because if there's an animal involved. But yeah, I mean, I would assume it's funny to film that. It's not so like disturbing because her and the guy who plays what was his name?
oh, James Spader, who
Yeah,
plays,
they became friends during shooting, and they even remained friends afterwards, even though they had a kind of have like a toxic relationship in this movie. So I imagine like knowing that we're gonna have to do that, it's a little like awkward, and like maybe even like some giggling under it. But yeah, it was a pretty shocking because I was like, like she's wearing a dress and it's just like fully over her modest panties are showing, and
the
he's
green
like,
panties.
Lance. Well, speaking of, I thought she was like, because I was watching this and I was like, I can never tell how old Michelle Pfeiffer is in a movie. Like, she always just looks 35 and beautiful. Like,
Mm.
except in Grease 2. In Grease 2, she was very young. But in this movie, I thought she was maybe like 25, but just like couldn't tell her. She was actually 36 years old in this movie.
Mhm.
Um, which I don't, she just makes acting look so cool. Like, just the way that she acts and like when she's doing her stuff, like, she just makes it look like so flawless. Like when she's doing her little speech while unlocking the handcuffs with the safety pin, I'm just
Mm.
watching her and I'm like, she can act and chew gum at the same time.
She's just, yeah, there's just something so ethereal and just beautiful and just like it's just alluring, like when she's speaking and how she does, like, yeah, like just doing that. You're right, Maggie. I don't
Mm.
know what it is. She's just so captivating.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
mean,
I get told the same thing, but
I mean,
Always.
she and even now, I just watched her in that Christmas movie, Oh, What Fun, which I loved, by the way. Not horror, I know. Don't roll your eyes at me, Lance. I'm so sick of you.
Lance, we're gonna
Lance, he was
have next month. We're not having Lance on the show. We need a
he
break.
poo he poo-poos at everything I love, I
What are you
swear.
talking about?
He just shows up with the birth year on his hat or whatever that is, and like just
Birth year. Yes.
$9.99. I don't know what year you were born, but
It's just
Uh,
every time we do this, somehow the Hallmark Channel gets brought up every time.
okay, well, I am a Gemini. I'll watch something where their faces are being ripped off, or I'm watching fucking,
Ugh.
yeah. What are
Lacey
you, Lance?
Chabert.
A Sagittarius? Ugh.
I'm Cancer. So
Wow,
Yeah.
more than one way. But
But anyways, Michelle Pfeiffer is 67, and even in Oh What Fun, she looks amazing, and she still can fucking nail everything she does. She talks with like this like thick Southern accent. It takes place in Texas, Mikey, so you might enjoy that one actually. And she's just adorable. Like everything she fucking does, she can go from Catwoman to this Southern housewife. Even White Oleander is a good one if you've never seen it. It's so fucked up, that movie.
well, you want
Yeah.
to see some recent Ant-Man? She was in the last two.
she was in Mother, so she actually does a lot of horror movies, like What Lies Beneath, Mother,
Oh,
this
yeah.
one. And
What
I
Lies Beneath is
just
amazing.
I
Yeah.
just realized she was born just 1 year before my mom, and it's so weird to think that she's my mom's age. So now when I see a movie, I'm gonna say that's the age my mom was when this movie came out.
Well, and it's funny you say that, Mikey, because yes, I did see this movie with my mom at the movies, but I think a lot of watching movies with Michelle Pfeiffer, like I think people kind of think, okay, she's not going to do anything that's like too. I mean, with the exception of Scarface, I don't really know any movies that she does that are gonna, scar you for life. And I also was thinking when we were doing Wolf and I was watching this, I'm like, why didn't we do The Witches of Eastwick? Because Jack Nicholson is also in that. And we could have had Cher and Susan Sarandon. And don't you roll your eyes at me again. Lance is telling me that The Witches of Eastwick is not a horror movie. And yes, it is. It's
You
a
know,
great movie.
there should be a consequence for the host that picks the lamest movie of the month,
Oh,
starting this month.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you saying that? Wait, do I have the lamest movie or was that Lance?
No, it's Lance. But you know what? I was watching this movie. I was watching this movie and I was like, Thirst could never. It's very similar, even though they're different monsters, vampires and werewolves. But like, we have the main character who is morally okay, and then he just gets these powers and he starts getting heightened sense of things. With Thirst, when he throws himself off the balcony like an idiot, and this one he like can hear things and is doing safe, sane things. And then even like in Thirst, when the guy's like, I want you to feed off me and give me your life, but then in this one, the way you're supposed to do it, director of Thirst, you'd think I'd know because Lance said his name so many times that episode because Aid kept fighting him about it. But the guy, he was like, I don't know if he was a doctor or what, but when he goes to this guy to get more information, he gets the talisman. And that guy was like, well, my price is that you give me your gift. And Jack Nicholson's like, I don't think. He was like, well, maybe. And he's like, take this talisman, and maybe once you realize your gifts, you'll reconsider and pass it along to me. And I was like, that was much more endearing. That was much more effective. Thirst could never, Lance. And I don't give a fuck if there's no blood or gore in this movie, Lance.
Here's the thing, folks. I'm sorry. I know my other hosts love doing less blood for some reason on this horror channel, that it has blood and they want all these emotions. I want blood and I want emotions at the same time. We can have both, folks.
I know. That's why I chose Piggy. So whenever you're going to actually come to me stating facts and trying to attacking me, look at the reflection and look at the movie you chose.
I'm just saying. I only picked that movie for you two because that's the reason it was picked. If I was going to pick the movie I like to pick most of the time.
What did you want to pick?
Oh, I would have probably just looked for the worst fucking
teeth.
You know what?
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
You know what?
And we've done Teeth on the show. I hate that movie. Oh God.
It's better when we have lots of blood and guts. Now, don't get me wrong. This is a fun movie, and it actually got pretty good at the end. But 2 hours.
Oh my God.
Is shit. You were complaining about Thirst being long. This is pretty long.
It's not as long as Thirst, thank God.
Yeah, it's
It is,
3 minutes shorter and it's way more entertaining.
What?
there's a lot going on in this movie though. There's a lot of chase May, and I think it might be a cultural thing too because we don't really. I'm not really familiar with a lot of the South Korean customs and how people talk to each other, and in it, I know that in their own way they had their chase May, but the chase May in this movie, oh my God, poor Jack Nicholson from the start of the movie. Fucking first 5 minutes, he gets bit by the werewolf, which, by the way,
Is the wolf.
was a real wolf. It was a hybrid, yeah. And they actually had a couple of, so they had they had robot wolves and they had real wolves like playing these parts, and so there's no CGI, which is nice. Um,
Yeah,
and
Thirst. I'm just
Wow.
kidding. I'm just
Well,
kidding.
I know, but and Thirst is also a product of the early 2000s when CGI is starting
Yeah.
to be more of
The
a
new tool
thing,
that they use that Joy is using.
more
Which
popular.
Sam Raimi insists on using. So, side note, I don't know if Sam Raimi actually had control over the new Evil Deads if we would get a CGI free one because Drag Me to Hell had too much CGI for me. In this one, it was still really good, Send Help, but there was still some CGI gore, and I'm like, why? You're Sam Raimi. Anyways, rant over. But I will say what really captivated me in this movie is it was just shot so beautifully. Like, we've mentioned before in the podcast, probably me because I'm a film critic of upper echelon. And I said, in this era, we were getting like the trashy straight to DVD. Like, I mean, we love them, but like the movies Lance likes, or people like Lance. And I think one of the reasons why this movie may not have done so well, because it didn't make, at least domestically, it didn't make its budget back. But this was not a sleaze fest. This was a high quality, like a lot of attention to the environments and to the stages, because a lot of it was shot in a soundstage. But just watching it in the beginning and seeing how the characters are placed and seeing how everything looks in the frame itself and the way the windows and I was like, there's a lot of attention put into this, and it's just so beautiful to look at. And that's kind of what kept me not bored.
Yeah, I mean, it is a beautifully shot movie, and I always remember it being just like it's kind of comforting to watch too, because like even when they're in the office, and by the way, David Hyde Pierce is in this movie, everybody, from Niles from Frasier, and also David Schwimmer is
Oh
in
yeah.
this movie just before Friends. So he's not famous yet, but he was one of the cops and he was in there for 2 seconds. Allison Janney is a guest at the party, for Pete's sake, and she's talking to Christopher Plummer at the beginning. I go, oh my God, this is like a who's who of cameos of nobody who's famous yet. So
Yeah, and it was funny because I watched some of it at the gym, and it was at the Central Zoo Park, which I want to go to that zoo one day. But
yeah, that
you
would be
hear
fun.
David Schwimmer talking, and I was like, "Is Melman from Madagascar in that zoo? What's going on?" And I had to rewind it, and I saw him, and I was like, "Oh my God, that is David Schwimmer."
Yeah, no, when I was looking at it, because I was like, oh my God, it's David. I go, it's Ross. And nobody was home. I was talking to myself. But I don't remember him being in that movie, which I thought was funny. Because again, I saw it such a long time ago, and I know I've seen it since then, but I haven't watched it. Like, I mean, maybe I just had it on in passing and wasn't paying attention. But I mean, with Christopher Plummer in it, like there is a very, high level of actors in this film. And the fact that it's a werewolf movie, I just think it's interesting because I know that Jack Nicholson has done horror movies, obviously, but I never thought he'd want to do something like this. But I think obviously the themes of the film are like, you know, the worry for him anyways, the worries of getting older and losing everything that you've worked so hard for, which is basically what happens to him, right? So he's a highly, respected publisher. He's like, good at what he does. He's been doing it for 30 years and he knows he's about to get fired because there's a takeover and he's worried about this. And it turns out his best friend and protege like fucking took over and took his fucking job from under his nose. And then we find out later he's sleeping with his fucking wife.
Oh, I know.
James
And
Spader, you scamp. My
he
goodness.
he was such a great villain also because I hated him so much. But like it was like a growing hate because in the beginning you're like, I don't know about him. And then as you keep finding out, you're like, I knew something was up with him. And then you find out he's cheating on him with his wife, and you're like, oh, and then he's like, just tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it. Okay,
Yeah.
resign. It's like, I can't do that.
No, I can't do that. Like he'll stop seeing the wife, but
Yeah.
and that's and it's interesting. Also, the actress who plays the wife, who's supposed to be Mia Farrow, she's actually played by Kate Nelligan. And Kate Nelligan, fun fact, is in Frankie and Johnny with Michelle Pfeiffer. So there you go. There's your little thing.
That
I don't
was the
think they have
wife,
any,
right?
yeah, the wife. And I don't think they have any scenes together in this movie, but she's one of the other
No.
waitresses who sleeps with Al Pacino first.
Yeah.
And Frankie and John. I love Frankie and Johnny, everybody. Oh, sometimes I wish we were in a horror podcast so we could talk about those things. But anyways,
Well,
just
according
kidding.
to Lance, we're not. So we'll just talk
Clearly,
about
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, well, here we go.
And then I was telling this to Lance the other day, and he's like, "Of course you like Frankie and Johnny." Like,
Women-
whatever. He's an old man with a young woman. That should be like your
He's
thing.
such a
Come on now.
hater. Oh, well, then why wouldn't Lance be into that?
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, because
So
it's
weird.
one of the worst movies ever.
Oh my
What? No,
God,
it's a good
Lance.
movie. I mean, what's his name is in it? Why can't I
Oh,
think of it? Nathan Lane. Nathan Lane is in it.
he's in Bird on a Wire.
Bird,
You
he's
mean the
not on Bird in the
birdcage?
Wire.
He
The
makes.
Bird
Oh my
Cage.
God!
Bird
And
on the Wire is Mel
again, I know
Gibson.
what Lance is talking about.
I know.
This is pissing me
Bird
off,
on a
Lance.
Wire. Oh, we should do Bird on a Wire. That's actually a good one. Isn't that with Michelle
It's
Pfeiffer?
not hard. No, Bird on the Wire is with Goldie Hawn and with
Oh, Goldie Hawn. Okay.
Oh,
Mel
Michelle
Gibson,
Pfeiffer's
right?
mom.
Okay.
I love that movie. That's a good one, actually. Anyway, so back to Wolf, but I mean, and then Christopher Plummer, obviously, he's also prolific in horror as well. So I mean, everybody like this is I don't know, like if you want like something that's super gory and super quick, obviously don't watch this movie. But if you saw it in the 90s or if you've never seen it, I think it's worth a watch.
Yes, pour
Um,
yourself some wine, sit down, get a charcuterie board, and it's the perfect
mm,
vibe. Light some candles. It's the same vibe, double feature it if you have half a day to kill. Double feature with What Lies Beneath, and
mm.
triple feature it. End it with Batman Forever, and that's what Michelle Pfeiffer becomes. Uh, Wolf Woman. Oh, spoiler alert.
I love
Um,
that. Well, speaking of, so yeah, so spoilers from here on out, but obviously the ending is, a little ambiguous, but we know that clearly Michelle Pfeiffer is the wolf. But I was reading and some people were positing that she was actually the wolf who bites Jack
Yeah.
Nicholson in the beginning.
That's so I didn't read that. I read it afterwards, but I thought that also because when I was watching it, I was like, I've seen this a long time ago, I think. And I was trying to like be like, is this one of those ones where they have to find out where the origin comes from and like kill that so that it trickles down? That it's not true. That's not the case.
Mm.
That's not the truth, Ellen. But so that's not what happens. But when I was doing that, I was like, maybe it's Michelle Pfeiffer that bit him. So like watching it in that with that kind of lens of, well, no, because then she wouldn't have freaked out so bad whenever she was like, oh, you may have actually killed your wife. But I don't know.
Well, and this, yeah, because and then of course when she was riding the horse, the
Oh
animals were
yeah.
fine around her. So that was another reason I was like, well, maybe
Mm.
that's not.
Guess we're gonna have to get rid of those horses.
But you never know because you don't know how long she's been this way. She comes back and forth. She's not home all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
I
thing
think it's a
is,
sound theory.
the thing about it is basically in Werewolf Ideal, he's becoming the werewolf, so his sense like is stronger at that point because he's becoming the werewolf. He's like just a new werewolf, where she's probably been a werewolf for a long period of time. Where also the animals know her and know that she won't do anything. They also said that the creature itself isn't evil, like the doctor was saying, and even she says it at one point. It's the person, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So when the James Spader character, he's a dick. He's an evil. He goes out of his way to do fucked up shit. So he's already a piece of shit. So that makes him more dangerous. Where he's a moral person, and even though he's a werewolf, he's not as bad as the James Spader character. So that's what it is, really.
Well, and so I guess like, can we talk about James Spader? So James Spader plays obviously opposite of Jack Nicholson. He is the character Swinton. Is that his name? Yeah, Stuart Swinton.
Uh,
Mm.
So Stuart, good old Stuart. I mean, and listen, Pretty in Pink. I totally would have went out with him. Like, I don't know what Andy's problem was. He was rich and he liked her. She should have just went out with him because he was interested because Andrew McCarthy dropped her as soon as his friends thought, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think that would have been James Spader, even though he was a dick, but also a red flag. But he had that pretty hair. Anyway, oh, bless his heart. He doesn't have that hair anymore. Anyway, he was so handsome. Like he's very handsome, but also he's a prick. Like he's good at playing a good prick. And he was so fucking scary. Like I don't remember him being this scary, but I was watching the other day, especially his behavior at the by the time he gets to the police station.
he had blue eyes on this, which is kind of weird because it seemed like everybody else had yellow at the time, and somehow his were blue.
No,
Did you
it's it's yellow when you're a wolf. It's blue before when you like start to transition. Because Michelle Pfeiffer, she has blue eyes naturally, but in the end, she had like the ice blue eyes. It was just kind of hard to tell because her eyes are normally blue.
Oh, because
Yeah.
it ended up turning yellow because that was the color of the wolf in the beginning was yellow. So that
Yeah, but that's why I thought
the
her
connection.
yeah, I'll have to watch that again. But he was so creepy and he did such a good job. Like, and it's almost like reminiscent, like if you're like he's also, the it's like a metaphor for people who, get too much power or they're just so hungry for power, they'll literally do whatever it takes to get what they want, which is what he did. He screwed his friend over. I'm sure he wasn't a bad person, but he knew that that's like a lot of people say, this isn't it isn't personal, it's just business, right? But he also isn't just taking his job, he's taking his wife, he's taking his life, he's doing all of these things. And then Jack Nicholson bites him. So at the end of the day, whoever's responsible for like whatever, he bit James Spader, and then James Spader become like, and we know that he bit, and he bites him at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
So you don't realize he's probably going through the same transitions at the same time as Jack Nicholson is. But one of my favorite parts of the movie is the part in the bathroom because he's like trying to bargain with him so badly, like finds out he didn't get the job after all, and he's freaking out and bargaining with Jack Nicholson. And what does he do? He turns and he pees on his shoes.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, the marking my territory thing.
He's like, I'm marking my
I was like,
territory.
guys don't pee that close to each other or talk to each other while they're peeing like that. And I was like, even at the gay clubs. And then he turned around and peed on him. I was like, oh,
Well, yeah, and it's funny because like I don't know how it is in the boys' room, and I don't go in there.
lawless.
But I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. And, just like the way that he did it. And then they're still just talking so civilly. Like he didn't get mad or like hit him or anything. And it was like, oh, these shoes are suede. And he's getting paper towels. Like, I don't like the fact that they drew that scene out, but like it was just so comical. Like, I don't know. It was just like a kind of like you forget for a second that he's been bitten. But like, I mean, oh my God, I don't know. And then you find the fingers in his pocket at the same time. Like it's hilarious. Like that whole scene was just ridiculous, and I loved it. I don't know.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, James Spader's great in this movie. So I mean, like I said, I know. Okay, Lance, what would you rate this one?
Well, probably like a
Oh,
strong
here we go.
2.5.
Okay, Mikey.
I would say three and a half.
Yeah, I'm like 3.5, 4 out of 5. I mean, I will watch this again. It's a rewatchable film. I
Yeah.
think it's like you can put it on in the background, people can watch it and like, oh my God, because again, it's a great cast. And Jack Nicholson he, I feel like he's done more in other films, but I mean, I love everything he's in. Anything he's in, I mean, he is scary. I think
Yeah.
he's really
I mean,
scary.
did you guys think they try to put too much in the sense of technically the revenge factor of him getting back at James Spader's character, the fact that he's going through the wolfing situation, then a slightly divorce slash, thing from his wife, then automatically already getting in a new relationship where he's already in love with Michelle Pfeiffer character, which I guess could have been more of a wolf imprinting themselves on each other kind of deal, hence why it was so quick, but they don't really explain that or anything like that. So there's that, you know what I mean? It just seemed like a lot. And then you really almost didn't get anything until almost the end with really good practical with the fight scene where they're biting each other. That was probably some of the coolest practical effects looking where they're switching and the extended Mandeville jaws, stuff they were doing.
Mandible. Yeah.
I don't think it was too much because that's one of the points of the movie is what's your moral compass? Not just with being a wolf and killing people, but screwing people over. Because what made Stewart so vile was not that he took his job, it's that he's acting like he's on his side the whole time, being like, if they fire you, I'm leaving with you. And it's like, bitch, you know what's gonna go on. And so I think this is kind of a revenge, not as straightforward as like Piggy, but Jack Nicholson is old in the movie, and being bit by the wolf, you don't only improve physically, but his confidence is being boosted.
Yeah.
And maybe he wouldn't have attracted Michelle Pfeiffer if he didn't have the confidence and the pheromones and everything that he was getting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also too, if the theory is correct and she is the other wolf, then obviously she would be
Obviously
attracted to him.
Obviously.
So, there's a lot of theories with this, or not a lot of theories, but there are theories to be had. Let us know what you think in the comments, everybody, if you think that Michelle Pfeiffer was the wolf who bit him, because I think that's actually one of the more interesting things that I read about the trivia for this one. But I mean, overall, I think it's a great movie. Please watch it if you haven't. And if you have watched it, what do you think? Let us know. So I guess we're coming up at the end of the episode, boys. Thank you for watching it with me. I could have made you watch Kiss of the Damned, and you probably would have had a lot, or Lance would have had a lot to say about Kiss of the Damned.
Lance, have you seen Harvest Lake?
Oh, Lance, you have to watch Harvest Lake. You didn't watch Harvest Lake. You're thinking of the other one I made you watch.
the other lady one?
No, Don't Fuck in the Woods.
Inanimate Objects, that one?
You're thinking Don't Fuck in the Woods.
No, the other one where he starts licking the stone and they're like in the wood pieces, and I'm like, yeah, right?
You mean a tree?
Yeah, whatever
that piece of wood in the trees is.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I was just wondering because that would have been a good choice. We've covered it already on the podcast, but that would have been
we have
on topic. We may have even covered it twice.
Oh, we should have done like sexy horror movies, like ones that get you all hot and bothered.
Yeah.
Maybe next month, everyone. Let us know in the comments. All right. So that's it for this week's Slashers podcast. Please exit the podcast in a calm and spooky fashion.
It was the door sound.
Want to see our faces and see how I treat Lance? Watch the video cast at youtube.com/slasherspodcast. Need more horror nerd chaos in your life? Slice deeper with the Comic Chop, our monthly deep dives with Joe for Much Ado About Nerding. Join the call at patreon.com/slasherspod for exclusive episodes, bonus content, and cursed perks. Rock your support at slasherspod.redbubble. Oh my god, that's not like Moira. .redbubble.com, because nothing gets you laid faster than Slasher swagger. Contact on Instagram @slasherspod for the official page, and @Mutant Goons from Beyond for the gang. Scream at us directly. Me at Pathologically ADE, Mikey at Southern Fried Mikey, Lance at Zombie DS Hate, and huge thanks to our bloodbound patrons, Josh Gunn, Dinosaurs Will Always Be Awesome, my mom Lorene, Kevin Leamy, Vlad Luis, Leslie Thurman, Cam, Gail, Press Eject, and Bruce Magnus. Thanks for listening, and to remember, stay spooky. Goodbye. Don't die.
Goodbye. Don't die.
Die.
Oh, fun fact, fun story time. We met Amani at the shop yesterday, who did my tattoo. I mean, I talked to her for like 6 hours when she was doing it, but
obviously
we did our interview, so stay tuned for more content with Amani, and she's so much fun. We tried calling Mikey last night and he snubbed us. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. FaceTimed you and you didn't pick up.
Snub.
I was making dinner. I'm sorry.
I said you didn't know what the sound was. You're like, what is that sound?
Was it on Instagram?
Yeah.
No, was it? I
Yeah.
think you did Facebook.
I can't do it on Facebook. I'm in Facebook jail.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's a bully. Well, if we have time, maybe we'll go visit her in Orlando when we're all there.
Oh, yes. She would love to meet you. So, anyways, I guess with that, love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Where is?
Yeah,
why is-
I'm not recording, so I
No,
haven't.
I know. I just can't find the
Did
stop
Lance
button.
freeze?
There it is.
Oh.
No, he's just being dumb.
Oh, it's about